5 straight days of Dynasty Rookie Mock Drafts. We're calling it Mock Madness. And today we're kicking it off with a straightforward 3-round single quarterback Dynasty Rookie Mock. I'll give a quick analysis of each pick, of each player, but you can find a more in-depth look in our free rookie guide available right now at yardsperfantasy.com. We've got full scouting reports, size and workout metrics, college stats, NFL comps, and so much more for the top 70 prospects for Dynasty Fantasy Football. Check that out right now for free at yardsperfantasy.com. And we're going to kick it off with the 1.01. The 1.01 is easy. It's Ashton Jeanty, the running back out of Boise State. Ashton Jeanty is totally worth the hype. He's been the most natural runner in college football over the last 2 years. He's a dominant playmaker with exceptional agility, strength, and quickness. In the passing game, Ashton Jeanty can be a real weapon. He will thrive as a dual threat running back who can handle a full bell cow workload. He is locked in as the 1.01 in all rookie drafts and will likely be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. Moving on to the 1.02, it's Omarion Hampton, the running back out of North Carolina. Omarion Hampton is the clear RB2 in this 2025 class. He's a hard-nosed between the tackles runner who wins with size, strength, and power. He will appeal to teams in search of a running back who runs hard and finishes even harder. He will certainly bring some physicality to an offense and be a guy they can lean on to make plays in the red zone, win in short yardage, and close out games in the fourth quarter against a tired defense. Omarion Hampton is an easy choice here at the 1.02. And at the 1.03, this one's going to be controversial. After going chalk with these first two picks, I am planting my flag at the 1.03 here with Quinshon Judkins, the running back out of Ohio State. I have loved Quinshon Judkins throughout this entire process. I think he's completely underrated and overlooked among these top 5 running backs. His athleticism, size, and overall skill set will translate perfectly to a featured role in the NFL. He is scheme versatile. He can fill multiple roles within a backfield. If an offense wants to establish physicality and power football, Quinshon Judkins can be that guy. And if they're looking for some speed and burst with open field elusiveness, Quinshon Judkins can be that guy. And if they want a guy who doesn't need to come off the field on third downs or in short yardage or in the red zone, Quinshon Judkins can be that guy as well. At the 1.04 is Trevion Henderson. Trevion Henderson is right there with his Ohio State teammate. I could easily see these guys flip in my rankings depending on how things shake out in the NFL draft. Trevion Henderson is a dynamic running back who adds value in all phases of an offense. He's an explosive runner between the tackles, but especially thrives on outside runs. He's fast enough to not only break off long runs, but to finish them in the end zone. In the passing game, Trevion Henderson offers a ton of upside. He showed good hands at Ohio State, and he has the athleticism and open field explosiveness to develop into a dynamic receiver at the next level. Lock him in as an easy top 5 rookie pick. Rounding out the top 5 at the 1.05 is Tetairoa McMillan, our first wide receiver. He's the wide receiver 1 in the class, but he would have been wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 in last year's class. He's a prototypical Alpha X wide receiver. He wins with size and physicality, but he also has surprising lateral agility and quickness for a guy of his size. He's a fluid route runner who can line up anywhere in the formation. He can run the entire route tree. He projects as a team's number 1 option who will command volume. Some people have him ranked as high as the 1.02. I kind of think that's a sucker move. This running back class is too damn good to draft Tet McMillan over those first 3 or 4 running backs. The 1.05 feels like the right spot for Tetairoa McMillan. 1.06, I've got Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a big running back who wins with size, great vision, and contact balance. Johnson was fun to watch behind that exceptional offensive line at Iowa. He was so in sync with the blocking scheme, and he seemed to consistently break through for chunk gains. He uses his size and strength to power through arm tackles with ease, always finishing runs moving forward. Caleb Johnson projects as a workhorse running back in the NFL. He can be a plug-and-play day 1 starter ready to carry the load. He is absolutely in the top 5 running backs in this class, but I think he's a notch below those top 4 guys. I think we'll see that reflected in his NFL draft capital as well. At the 1.07, it's Emeka Egbuka, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. That's 3 Ohio State players in this top 7. Emeka Egbuka is a physical slot receiver whose game should translate well to a productive role in the NFL. He's a detailed route runner who is smooth getting in and out of his breaks. He creates easy separation with incredible quickness, lateral agility, and change of direction. He'll be a primary slot guy in the NFL. He's comfortable in traffic. He can run the full route tree from the slot. NFL offenses are going to utilize him as a reliable chain-moving type of wide receiver. They'll set up Egbuka to catch the ball underneath and turn up the field and become that yak monster. He's my wide receiver 2 in this class. And my tight end 1 is got to be everybody's tight end 1, right? It's Tyler Warren at the 1.08, the 2024 Mackey Award winner. Tyler Warren is a big athletic tight end who has the versatility to line up in line, out wide, or even in the slot. He is a matchup nightmare for linebackers, both in terms of route running and athleticism, as well as ball skills and his ability to dominate the catch point. Tyler Warren will live in the short and intermediate areas of the field with the ability to stretch the defense vertically down the seams on occasion as well. Tyler Warren is a quality route runner who uses every bit of his athletic traits to win in a variety of different ways. He has speed, he has size, he has natural skill. We have seen a number of tight ends come into the NFL and make an immediate impact in recent seasons. Tyler Warren has a really good chance to continue that trend. He has all the tools to not only be a weapon for an offense as early as the 2025 season, but he can become one of the better tight ends in football within the next few years. At the 1.09, I've got Luther Burden, the wide receiver out of Missouri. Luther Burden is a versatile slot receiver who thrives at creating yardage after the catch, but he's not this year's Malachi Corley. He can actually run big boy routes. He knows how to create separation. He tracks the ball well. He has natural hands. He's been known to make some pretty spectacular catches down the field and win in contested catch situations as well. Coaches will design ways to get him the football, including jet sweeps, screens, drag routes, etc. Quarterbacks will enjoy his quick separation, reliable hands, and his ability to make the tough grabs. And then at the 110, we've got Travis Hunter. It is so hard to figure out where the appropriate place to draft Travis Hunter is. If he's a full-time wide receiver, he's the wide receiver 1 in the class, and he's the top 5 pick, maybe even top 3 pick in Dynasty rookie drafts. But then there's the real possibility that he's a full-time corner and he becomes just a gadget guy on offense with no real fantasy value, or he doesn't play wide receiver at all. That's the downside. But if we look at all the teams that are most likely to draft him, which are the Browns, the Giants, the Patriots, they're probably most likely to use him as a wide receiver, right? So right here at the 110 feels like the sweet spot to balance the risk with the upside of Travis Hunter. At the 111, I've got Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden's draft stock rose considerably after he ran that 4.29 at the NFL Combine. But that doesn't mean he should be the wide receiver 1 or even a top 3 wide receiver in this class. His analytical profile is shockingly underwhelming, but the draft capital will be there, so we got to get him into the first round of these rookie drafts. Just be aware of the risk. He wasn't a mega producer at Houston, and he failed to reach 1,000 yards in 16 games at Texas in 2025. That is a red flag to me. You got all these extra games in the college football playoff. He plays 16 games. He still can't even reach 1,000 yards. He's supposed to be a first-round NFL draft pick. The speed is cool. The versatility is cool. But the production or lack thereof is a big part of his story. And that's why we've got him at the late first round at the 111 here in this rookie mock. And rounding out the first round at the 112, we've got Colston Loveland, the tight end out of Michigan. He's the tight end 2 in a strong tight end class. Colston Loveland is a hyper-athletic receiving option at the tight end position. He has excellent speed, impressive lateral agility, and exceptional hands. He can run the full route tree as a true 3-level threat from the tight end position. Loveland presents his quarterback with a big target with a massive catch radius. He has the ball skills of a wide receiver when he's working down the field. He will be a top receiving option in his offense, and he's going to command targets from inline, the slot, and along the boundary. That's our first round. Moving on to round 2, 2.01. We got Jaylin Noel. Jaylin Noel is an explosive slot receiver, one of my favorite guys to draft this year. He gives me a ton of Lad McConkey vibes. He's a fun player. He's versatile. He's detailed in the way he approaches the game. I think he's every bit worth the 2.01. I think he's going to get the round 2 draft capital that's going to warrant this high of a pick in rookie drafts. At the 2.02, I've got Alec Iamaner. Alec Iamaner is a big, strong, powerful wide receiver who wins with strength and aggression. NFL teams are going to appreciate his physical nature and his sense of urgency throughout the play, both as a receiver and as a blocker in the run game. He's going to wear out defenses with his play style and his competitiveness. He's flying under the radar, but he should be a second-round pick, and he's a solid selection here at the 2.02 in this rookie mock. At 2.03 is Jaylin Noel's teammate from Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. Jaden Higgins is a big wide receiver, standing at 6'4", 214 pounds. He's a smooth route runner who utilizes his size and physicality to his advantage. He projects as a versatile receiver who can line up out wide as well as operate as a big slot. He will bring a big-bodied presence to an offense and needed some physicality at the receiver position. He may not be that true X that his body type suggests, but Jaden Higgins can become a high-volume target and a consistent presence in the intermediate area of the field. At the 2.04, we get Trey Harris, a wide receiver out of Ole Miss. Trey Harris is a big perimeter wide receiver with the size and speed combination to be a vertical playmaker. I have comped him to Devontae Parker. He dominates down the field like Devontae Parker used to, creating consistent separation on vertical patterns while tracking the ball well and attacking it in the air. But at the same time, his route tree was pretty limited at Ole Miss. He wasn't asked to do much outside of goes, slants, and hitches. While he was effective in doing so, he will need to grow a few more branches on his route tree if he's going to be a well-rounded wide receiver at the NFL level. With some development, Trey Harris can become a true starting X receiver and a team's number 2 option in the passing game. We go back to running back here at the 2.05. Bashal Tutin is my pick here at the 2.05, the running back out of Virginia Tech. Bashal Tutin has quickly become one of my favorite running backs in this class. He's a big play running back with the requisite size to be a workhorse in the NFL, plus the speed and explosion to rip off long runs. He will be a great fit for a team looking to add an explosive athlete to its backfield. At the 2.06, I got Cam Skattebo out of Arizona State. Everyone's all worried about Cam Skattebo's 40 time, but he doesn't need to be fast to be explosive or effective. He dominates between the tackles. He's efficient. He's effective in the receiving game. Our prospect model at yardsperfantasy.com loves Cam Skattebo. I am definitely on Team Cam Skattebo. At the 2.07 is RJ Harvey out of UCF, another running back here. I'm not quite as high on RJ Harvey as others, but the draft capital should be there, and I'm hammering running backs at this point in a rookie draft, and he's the next one up. He grinds out hard yards between the tackles, but he also has a knack for breaking off long runs. He's got a wide range of outcomes in the NFL, but 2.07 feels like the perfect spot for RJ Harvey. At 2.08, Brashard Smith. I'm aware. I am well above consensus on Brashard Smith. He played just one season of running back in college after spending his first 3 as a reserve wide receiver at Miami. But he looked like a natural out of the backfield, utilizing his impressive combination of speed, acceleration, and quickness to become a consistent playmaker. And naturally, as a former wide receiver, Brashard Smith possesses above average receiving skills for the running back position. He'll be a nightmare for defenses to match up against in the passing game, while also providing explosive play upside as a runner. At 2.09, I get Tennessee running back Dylan Sampson. Dylan Sampson is a fast, explosive runner. I've comped him to Raheem Mostert. He's kind of flying under the radar right now. Landing spot's going to be key for him. I'd like him here at the 2.09. At the 210, I got Devin Neal. Devin Neal is another one kind of flying under the radar right now. The hype on him kind of faded after his mediocre 40 time with the NFL Combine. But he's a solid all-around running back. I've comped him to Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders had a good career with the Eagles. He was a good running back for several years there. I think Devin Neal can have a similar outcome here in the NFL. At the 211, I got Cam Ward. It's a weak quarterback class, but Cam Ward definitely has the most upside among the top three guys. If he can be a better decision-making version of Jameis Winston, then this will be a really good pick here at the end of the second round. And rounding out round 2 is 212, Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback out of Colorado. The analysis is all over the place right now on Shedeur Sanders. I like him. I really do. I like him. I think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. I think he's going to be kind of in that same range as like Seattle version of Geno Smith. But one quick thing here before we move to the third round. I know you guys are anxious to start drafting these rookies for real, but what if I told you you don't have to wait until your rookie drafts to do so? You can actually draft rookies right now on Fast Draft in their rookies only tournament. Draft your favorite rookies against real people for real money right now. And when you sign up and use promo code YARDSPER, they're going to match your first deposit up to $50. That's promo code YARDSPER on Fast Draft. Get ahead of the game. Start drafting these rookies today. But we're going to go rapid fire through the third round, starting at the 301 with DJ Giddens, the running back out of Kansas State. We're right back to hammering running backs here in round 3. I got a James Cook comp on DJ Giddens, kind of a similar player, similar play style. Could have a similar outcome in the NFL. At the 302, I got Ollie Gordon, another running back. Oklahoma State. Is he Ramondre Stevenson? Is he Braylon Allen? I think he's probably somewhere in between. At the 303, I got Jaylin Noel, wide receiver out of Utah State. He's a severely underrated wide receiver prospect. He could be a second-round pick in the NFL draft. Could be a steal here at the 303. At the 304, I got Damian Martinez. He's a big between the tackles grinder. Should get round 3 draft capital in the NFL draft. 305, Mason Taylor. I was really impressed with Mason Taylor when I did my work on him. He might be the most complete tight end in this class outside of Tyler Warren. At the 306 is Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. He's my tight end 4 in this class. At the 3.07, I got Jarquez Hunter, the running back out of Auburn. Solid between the tackles grinder. Some draft analysts love this guy. I'm not quite there, but I do like Jarquez Hunter. Could be a quality running back in the NFL. The 308, it's Terrence Ferguson, tight end out of Oregon. Incredible athlete at the tight end position. He crushed the combine. That's what we want from these tight ends. More often than not, these breakout tight ends, the best tight ends in football, are exceptional athletes. Terrence Ferguson definitely falls in that category. We got to take the bet on him here in the middle of the third. Torrey Horton is my 309 pick. He's the wide receiver out of Colorado State. If I have to throw a dart at a wide receiver here in the late third round, it's going to be Torrey Horton. He scores well in our prospect model, checks a ton of the analytics-based boxes that we look at. I talked about him a little bit more in depth in my Rookie Sleepers video from last week. Check that out. At the 310, it's Woody Marks, running back out of USC. He's kind of like slow DeAndre Swift. He's a good running back, though. He really is. At the 311, it's Isaiah Bond. He has completely shattered his draft capital between overhyping himself at the NFL Combine and then some of the off-the-field trouble that's come out from him over the last couple of weeks. He's fast and explosive with a ton of upside, but I'm probably not drafting him. And at the 312, it's Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart could be a first-round quarterback. He's a fun player. We'll see where he lands and what his year one outlook looks like. But that's the third round. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of these picks? Who went too high? Who am I too low on? And who should have been picked but wasn't? Let me know. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We've got 4 more days of rookie mocks coming at you. And if you want to learn more about this rookie class, you can find everything you need to know in our free rookie guide available right now at yardsperfantasy.com.